Daily Future Brief. Saturday, April 18, 2026. Today is not about one isolated AI headline. The bigger story is that AI is turning into infrastructure. It is starting to shape power grids, data centers, chip roadmaps, space systems, and the political argument over how people share in the value machines create. Start with the AI layer. OpenAI said it closed a $122 billion funding round at an $852 billion valuation. It also said ChatGPT now reaches more than 900 million weekly active users. That is not just a consumer app story anymore. It is distribution, compute demand, enterprise workflow, and capital formation all at once. The next phase is agents. The question is not only, can the model answer? The question is, can it do useful work inside a company with permissions, memory, tools, evaluations, and a human still in control? That is why enterprise AI is moving away from demos and toward operating systems for work. Now look at energy. The International Energy Agency says global data center electricity demand rose 17% in 2025. AI-focused data centers grew much faster, up 50%. In the IEA's central projection, data center electricity use roughly doubles from 485 terawatt-hours in 2025 to 950 terawatt-hours in 2030. This is the paradox. Individual AI queries are getting more efficient, but the jobs are getting bigger. Video generation, long reasoning, autonomous agents, and multi-step workflows can use far more compute than a simple text response. So efficiency improves while total demand still rises. That is why AI is now a grid story. The United States is already reacting. The Energy Information Administration expects the strongest four-year growth in electricity demand since 2000, driven in large part by large computing facilities. The Department of Energy also highlighted a major public-private project at its Portsmouth site in Ohio, described as the world's largest AI data center on DOE land. Underneath that is the chip race. NVIDIA's Rubin platform shows the direction. Not just one faster chip, but entire rack-scale systems with specialized processors, memory, storage, networking, and cooling. The new bottleneck is the whole machine around the model. Space had the emotional headline. NASA's Artemis II crew returned after a nearly 10-day journey around the moon. The crew traveled farther from Earth than any humans before them, reaching about 252,756 miles from home, and NASA says the mission captured more than 7,000 images. That matters beyond space exploration. Artemis II is a reminder that big technology only works when software, hardware, power, navigation, operations, and human judgment all fit together. That same systems thinking is now coming to AI. Finally, the income question. The debate over universal basic income and even universal high income is back. Forbes reported that Elon Musk argued for federal checks as a response to AI and robotics-driven unemployment. OpenAI also released a policy paper discussing ideas like a public wealth fund, portable benefits, and pilots of a shorter workweek with no loss in pay. The important shift is that AI leaders are talking not only about productivity, but distribution. If machines create enormous value, who owns that value? If less human labor is needed for the same output, how do people keep income, dignity, and bargaining power? So today's signal is simple. Watch the build-out around the model. Watch power deals. Watch grid connections. Watch chips, land, cooling, and labor policy. The future is arriving first as infrastructure, and then as politics. That is your daily future brief.